You first. Please explain to me why Jerry Jones did not get a deal done with CeeDee Lamb before camp started.
Oh man, that's something we all got to ask Jerry. We playing the waiting game like everybody else. We can't have no excuses for this type of behavior. Hopefully it's just the lawyers taking time with their negotiations and whatever the case may be. But I mean, I'm just clueless as you. I mean, it's nothing that we can speak for on that type of situation.
I don't think lawyers have been involved. I don't think they're even negotiating yet. I think Jerry's just stonewalling him.
Yeah, and that makes it even worse. CeeDee didn't board the plane, that makes it even worse. So we all stuck with the question mark right now. And like I say, we can't just defend nothing. We all clueless and trying to see like what's going on. This really gonna dictate the season and how everything gonna go. Really, I honestly can't see CeeDee like not getting it done before then. But as of right now, we all got the stone face.
Gotta get it done.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for you, Yellow, man. You look so deflated, man. Defeated.
I'm beat up,
man. You're defeated right now, man. It's sad.
Yeah.
So sad to see.
So, Alan, you got any ideas?
I mean, I'm used to coming out here saying in typical Cowboy fashion, but in untypical Cowboy fashion, they just ain't trying to pay. I mean, this is like the exact opposite of being all in. They came in talking about they was all in. They've done anything but. You would assume all in means taking care of one of your top three players. He's put the production in. Even the biggest Cowboy detractors would tell you that the man's game speaks for itself. He's been productive. He was eligible. He was extension eligible 2 years ago. What does he do? He comes in and is an all-pro NFL player, comes in the second year, statistically one of the top five. The wide receiver position is a position that's trending upwards.
Yeah.
You could argue it's one of the top three positions in the game right now. Him and AJ share the same agent. AJ Brown got $32 million. I just think he's looking for something in between that and Justin Jefferson. He definitely deserves it. But it's been the exact opposite of all in. Maybe they got this elaborate plan or scheme that's above our head that we don't know yet, because it almost seems like they got to know something that we don't. But right now, they got to get it done. I mean, the guy deserves his money. And for y'all's sake, y'all better hope y'all get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all, I don't have a problem with CeeDee sitting out of camp and staying home wherever he's at, Oklahoma, Dallas, island somewhere, relaxing, chilling. I don't have a problem with it at all. As I said to you, Skip, before, he deserves his money. They should be paying him his money. And he shouldn't take a dime less than Justin Jefferson.
Agreed.
Period.
Agreed.
Not 1 cent less on the guaranteed money side of Justin Jefferson. If you want to give it all to me in 1 year, great. You want to give it to me in 5 years, I'm fine with that too. But I'm not taking a dime less than Justin Jefferson because my production speaks for itself. You know what type of player I am. I'm the Lone Ranger of the receiving corps. I'm the guy. When you throw the football, you're only throwing it to one person, and he wears 88. So you got to pay him. I have no idea, like you say, maybe there's some sort of elaborate plan that all of a sudden they're going to sign all three guys in one time, and they all going to stand up there with their jerseys and smile. I don't know, but I know one thing. You start the season without him in the starting lineup, you just lost your season.
It's going to be bad. Yeah.
So, Yella, think about this. Our Dallas Cowboys, after Jerry said we're all in through the offseason, we gave a grand total of $3 million to Eric Kendricks out of Minnesota to reunite with Mike Zimmer, our new coordinator. And then we gave all of $2 million to bring back Zeke. So we've spent on free agents $5 million. And I've watched Philadelphia spend hundreds of millions of dollars to not only go get him and him and him and him, but to re-sign and shore up everybody, him and him and him and him. They're done. And Howie Roseman has beaten the curve every time and paid somebody before it was time to pay him so that the meter didn't keep running and he had to compete with everybody else. So, Yella, what does that do to your cowboy-loving soul?
It really burns me up because, like, why everybody else can get paid but our players? And like you said, like, it don't make sense. You could have done that last year. You could have done CeeDee this year. It would have, like you say, it would have slowed up the meter. We would have had a lot of cap space to bring in a different player. You bring in a coordinator, he's bringing in his people. Like, we have to take care of what's out. Like, this man had a crazy season last year. Him and Dak performed together like it's the duo. You get what I'm saying? Like, how could you not want to start the season with that? Like, I'm
That's what I'm saying.
confused and just like I don't even know what's going on at this
I
moment.
think
Like,
they
who
spent
makes those
17 million in
decisions,
total through the whole free agent. It
Yeah.
makes so little sense. It almost makes you wonder that something has to be brewing. Like something got to be going on. This ain't even typical for them. You know,
exactly. Like
they normally
what
paying
is
it.
it?
Like,
Man.
Man, I feel so bad
it's
for
like
you.
8 and 9 season. That's what it is.
You know how
It
in one
is.
of them times where you
9
want
and
to
8.
come defend some people, but you just kind of like speechless, like where you don't really know what to say. Like you come in with the splash and you just want to say, I don't even know what to say on this. It's just
Agreed.
like, what are we
Especially
doing?
when he's been as productive. He's been consistent. Like we said, he was extension eligible, still showed out.
Gentlemen, we got to leave it there. We will try again next week to figure out Gerald Wayne Jones Jr. But up next,
Okay, Justin Jefferson, Michael Thomas, Randy Moss, CeeDee Lamb. That's basically.
you just said that. You just went there. You just put him in that conversation.
When you look at the first 4 years of one's career,
I'm with you.
there's the numbers that speak to it.
Mm-hmm.
You pay him. You don't even think about what it is because the parameters have already been set. The blueprint is there. Now, if you want to say, well, we want to give you 101 instead of 102, okay, cool. That's fine.
Yep.
If that's what you want to do. But we're going to start with Justin Jefferson, stop that. And then we're going to go from there. And if you don't want to meet my standards and where I want to be, then fine, I'll stay home. You figure it out with Brandon Cooks and whoever else you got on the roster until such due time. Because one of the things that I like is a guy like CeeDee Lamb has made some money. He's gotten some money. So it's not like he's going to starve to death, right? Now you say, well, he's missing out on so much money, Key, $17 million. True, but he's going to make a whole lot more money. What his strategy should be, and probably is, and I don't know, is he's at the last year of his contract. So accredited seasons toward free agency is very important. When I played, it was you needed 6 games to get accredited season. Now I think they dropped it down to like 3. As long as you are on the active roster and participating in 3 games, you get that accredited season. So he could sit tight for 14 games, come in with 3 games to go a la Joey Galloway, Seattle Seahawks, and then what you gonna do? You gonna eventually either trade him or pay him, if that's the case. He doesn't have to sit out the entire season at all. And at some point, I believe they'll get the deal done. I think at some point they'll get it done because when you got guys like St. Brown, Amon-Ra making 30, Tyreek Hill 30, plus he's getting ready to renegotiate his deal. Then you got Justin Jefferson in the 30, A.J. Brown in the 30 club. There it is. It's right here. What is there to think about, Rachel?
I think before those guys set the market, the Cowboys should have gotten this done. I just don't understand what they are doing here. You need CeeDee Lamb on your team this season. You just do. And by the way, him missing training camp, it's not just lost money out of his pocket, it's lost time with the rest of the team. We've had guys who missed all of training camp. Nick Bosa did it last year, and he said it affected him a little bit in terms of especially the first month or 2 of the season. He was thinking too much out on the field because he didn't have that muscle memory. So they're costing themselves in all kinds of ways. We know they're gonna sign him. They could have gotten this done at the very beginning of the offseason and gotten a discount. Once Jefferson set the market, then all of a sudden, you've got CeeDee who's going to want to come in right under it. And we've seen this.
Under? I ain't coming in under.
Oh, you think CeeDee Lamb's coming in over Justin Jefferson?
Man, the last guy, who's the last guy? That's all I care about, is Justin Jefferson. His number starts here. This is where we start. I feel I'm better than him.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
He can make a case he's more important to the Cowboys than Jefferson is to his team, right?
You're 100%.
Right? So I get it. I would say if he came in slightly under, that's still a win for him. The point is that the Cowboys, and Skip, you know this better than anyone, they've done this over and over. They let a guy hold out, they let it go down to the wire, and they end up giving him money anyway. Just last season, Zach Martin held out for a new deal. He was eventually